Hill Street Blues wasn't merely a groundbreaking police drama, it revolutionized TV storytelling with its intricate characters and captivating narratives that still strike a chord today. Over time, we've bid farewell to many gifted actors who brought these unforgettable roles to life. From cherished main cast members to notable guest stars, this tribute honors 25 Hill Street Blues actors who have passed away, celebrating their lasting impact on one of television's most iconic series. Barbara Bosson. Born on November 1, 1939, in Charlevoix, Pennsylvania, Barbara Bosson is renowned for her role as Fay Furillo, the ex-wife of Captain Frank Furillo, in Hill Street Blues starting in 1981 when she was 42. Her compelling performance earned her 5 Emmy nominations and was a highlight in a career that also featured significant roles in Murder 1, 1995 to 1997, and L.A. Law, 1986 to 1993. Barbara Bosson passed away on February 18, 2023, at 83 from natural causes. Andy Romano. Born on April 16, 1936, in the United States, Andy Romano captured audiences as Deputy Chief Warren Briscoe on Hill Street Blues in 1982, when he was 46. Over a distinguished career in television and film, he was frequently cast in roles that required a commanding presence, often portraying police officers and government officials. His impressive body of work includes appearances in films such as Eraser, 1996, and Under Siege, 1992. Romano passed away on September 14, 2022, at the age of 86, succumbing to natural causes. Arnold Johnson, born on November 15, 1921, in New York City, portrayed a troubled, inebriated character in Hill Street Blues in 1982 when he was 61. Despite his brief appearance, his performance vividly illustrated social issues such as addiction and homelessness, contributing significantly to the show's gritty, authentic atmosphere. Arnold Johnson passed away on April 10, 2000, at the age of 78 due to natural causes. Charles Levin. Born on March 12, 1949, in Chicago, Illinois, Charles Levin played Eddie Gregg on Hill Street Blues in 1982 when he was 33. In the series, Eddie Gregg is depicted as a small-time criminal who becomes an informant for the police, navigating a perilous balance between loyalty and self-preservation. His character injected tension and moral complexity into the narrative, highlighting the risks and ethical dilemmas inherent in law enforcement. Charles Levin passed away on June 28, 2019, at 70, after disappearing. His remains were discovered in a remote area, and his death was ruled accidental. Dolph Sweet. Born on July 18, 1920, in New York City, New York, Dolph Sweet assumed the role of Lieutenant Emil Schneider on Hill Street Blues in 1981 at the age of 61. As Schneider, he was a veteran police lieutenant whose steady leadership and vast experience guided the younger officers effectively. His character epitomized a classic, old-school method of policing, dispensing hard-won wisdom and discipline in an ever-evolving environment. Sadly, Dolph Sweet passed away on May 8, 1985, at 64 due to cancer. Ernie F. Forsatti, born on February 13, 1940, in Los Angeles, California, played a bank robber on Hill Street Blues in 1981 when he was 41. His brief but impactful role was central to a tense, dramatic sequence that underscored the constant perils confronting the precinct. Although his appearance was short-lived, it significantly contributed to the show's gritty realism by highlighting the unpredictable threats that law enforcement faces daily. Forsatti passed away on September 12, 2020, at 80 due to complications from a fall. James Sikking. Born on March 5, 1934, in Los Angeles, California, James Sikking assumed the role of Lieutenant Howard Hunter on Hill Street Blues in 1981 at the age of 47. As the leader of the emergency action team, Hunter was characterized by his no-nonsense, military-style approach and unyielding discipline. His steadfast commitment to tactical precision and authoritative command often put him at odds with his peers, yet his distinctive presence left a lasting mark on the series. Sikking passed away on July 13, 2024, at the age of 90. Joe Santos. Born on June 9, 1931, in Brooklyn, New York, Joe Santos portrayed the character Larza on Hill Street Blues in 1984 at the age of 53. He is perhaps best remembered for his role as Lieutenant Dennis Becker on the Rockford Files from 1974 to 1980, a performance that cemented his status as a recognizable figure in crime dramas. Throughout his extensive career, he appeared in numerous television shows and films. Joe Santos passed away on March 18, 2016, at 84 due to a heart attack. Keel Martin, born on July 26, 1944, in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, took on the role of Detective J.D. LaRue in Hill Street Blues in 1981 when he was 37. His character, LaRue, was a talented yet deeply troubled detective grappling with issues like alcoholism and gambling, all while proving to be a skilled investigator. His journey on screen showcased his personal struggles alongside moments of redemption. Keel Martin died on December 28, 1990, at the age of 46 from lung cancer. Larry D. Mann was born on December 18, 1922, in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and portrayed Judge Lee Oberman on Hill Street Blues in 1983 when he was 61. A seasoned character actor, Mann's career spanned decades in both television and film, including a memorable role as the voice of Yukon Cornelius in the 1964 classic Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. His many guest appearances on shows from the 1950s to the 1980s further solidified his status in the industry. He passed away on January 6, 2014, at 91 due to natural causes. Michael Conrad. Born on October 16, 1925, in New York City, Michael Conrad starred as Sergeant Phil Esterhaus on Hill Street Blues in 1981 at 56. As the desk sergeant, his blend of strict authority and heartfelt compassion shone through, particularly during his famous morning roll calls that always ended with, "Let's be careful out there." His portrayal, marked by wisdom and genuine care for his fellow officers, made his character a fan favorite. Michael Conrad passed away on November 22, 1983, at 58 due to urethral cancer. Michael Lerner. Born on June 22, 1941, in Brooklyn, New York, Michael Lerner stepped into the role of Raleigh Simone on Hill Street Blues in 1983 at age 42. Raleigh was portrayed as a charming, well-connected informant embedded in the criminal world, yet he maintained a working relationship with the police. His character was instrumental in providing crucial information, though he was equally known for his self-serving tactics, often straddling the line between ally and opportunist. Michael Lerner passed away on April 8, 2023, at 81 due to complications from brain seizures. Morgan Woodward. Born on September 16, 1925, in Fort Worth, Texas, Morgan Woodward joined Hill Street Blues in 1982 at 57, taking on the role of John Reno. Renowned for his gritty, commanding presence, Woodward was a familiar face in westerns and crime dramas, often portraying rugged cowboys, steadfast lawmen, or formidable villains. With a career that spanned over 4 decades, including standout roles in Cool and Luke, 1967, and Star Trek, the original series, he left an indelible mark on television. He passed away on February 22, 2019, at 93 from natural causes. Pat Corley. Born on June 1, 1930, in Dallas, Texas, Pat Corley brought to life the character of Coroner Wally Nadorf on Hill Street Blues from 1982 to 1987, beginning his tenure at 52. Nadorf was the pragmatic, no-nonsense coroner whose critical forensic insights consistently aided the precinct. With his droll humor and straightforward manner, he became a memorable presence on the show, providing a counterbalance to its darker themes. Pat Corley passed away on September 11, 2006, at 76 due to congestive heart failure. Paul Mace, born on April 4, 1950, in New York City, took on the role of Pagano on Hill Street Blues in 1981 when he was 31 years old. Although Pagano was a supporting character, his brief appearances added a raw, authentic layer to the everyday workings of the precinct. His contribution helped underline the unpredictable and intense nature of police operations. Tragically, Paul Mace's life was cut short when he died on August 12, 1983, at the age of 33 following injuries from a motorcycle accident. René Enriquez. Born on November 24, 1933, in Nicaragua, René Enriquez took on the role of Lieutenant Ray Catano in Hill Street Blues in 1981 when he was 48. Catano was depicted as a devoted and capable officer who consistently provided a voice of reason amid the chaos, striking a balance between empathy and firm authority. His portrayal highlighted the unique challenges faced by Hispanic law enforcement officers during that era. René Enriquez passed away on March 23, 1990, at the age of 56 after battling pancreatic cancer. Rennie Santilli. Born on April 21, 1938, in New York City, Rennie Santilli delivered a memorable performance as Danny Santana in Hill Street Blues in 1984, at the age of 46. Santana, though a supporting character, enriched the show with his commitment and authenticity, capturing the everyday struggles and bonds among police officers. His role added a layer of realism to the depiction of law enforcement life. Rennie Santilli passed away on August 1, 2020, at 82 due to complications from a prolonged illness. Sandy McPeak. Born on February 21, 1936, in Indiana, Pennsylvania, Sandy McPeak portrayed Dr. Ted Rose on Hill Street Blues in 1981 at the age of 45. In this role, Dr. Rose emerged as a dedicated medical professional who provided essential support during emergencies and forensic investigations at the precinct. His performance added urgency and realism to the series, reflecting the real challenges faced by those assisting law enforcement. Sandy McPeak passed away on December 31, 1997, at 61 due to complications stemming from a stroke. Torian Black. Born on May 10, 1940, in Newark, New Jersey, Torian Black made his mark as Detective Neil Washington on Hill Street Blues, starting in 1981 when he was 41. His portrayal earned him widespread acclaim and an Emmy nomination, setting the stage for a vibrant television career that later included a starring role in Generations, 1989 to 1991. Beyond his screen work, Black was a passionate advocate for adoption, welcoming 10 children into his family. He passed away on July 21, 2022, at the age of 82 after a brief illness. Trinidad Silva, born on January 30, 1950, in Mission, Texas, portrayed Jesus Martinez on Hill Street Blues in 1981 when he was 31. Martinez, the head of the notorious Los Diablo gang, was a recurring figure who frequently found himself at odds with law enforcement while navigating the challenges of gang life. Despite his criminal associations, his character was layered with moments of insight and diplomacy when dealing with authorities, adding depth to the series' portrayal of crime. Trinidad Silva tragically lost his life in a car accident on July 31, 1988, at the age of 38. Troy Kirby Jr., born on March 8, 1957, in the United States, portrayed the character Dudley Hicks on Hill Street Blues in 1982 when he was just 25. Hicks, though a minor figure in the series, represented the broad spectrum of individuals, whether suspects, victims, or bystanders, that police encounter in urban settings. His short role enriched the show's authentic depiction of city life and police operations. Troy Kirby Jr. passed away on January 29, 2009, at the age of 51 from undisclosed causes. Yaphet Kotto. Born on November 15, 1939, in New York City, New York, Yaphet Kotto brought depth to the character of Calvin Moss on Hill Street Blues in 1985, when he was 46. Moss was a complex figure whose interactions with law enforcement added layers of tension and drama to the series. Known for his formidable presence and nuanced performance, Kotto's portrayal reflected the harsh realities of urban conflict. He died on March 15, 2021, at 81 due to heart complications. Which Hill Street Blues character resonates with you the most? Losing our cherished cast members is never easy. How do you feel about it? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you're enjoying our video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and tap the notification bell for the latest updates. We're grateful to have you as part of our community.